She swam with me for a bit, like on the swim team I still currently swim for. And it was like a year. And it was like during peak time of our friendship. And like I would tell her everything. But I also was a this is the wrong brush. What the heck? I also was a fourth grader and couldn't see some signs she was like giving out. Like she would be like kind of rude, and she was really good friends with this girl that was constantly like really rude to me. But of course I didn't care. I was like, no, me that's my best friend. We can have different friends and stuff. Even though this one girl was really not that good and was really rude to me. Here, I'm gonna get this out. Like, for example, more examples of like flags that she would like show to me. She would be like really insistent of like, yes, we're having a sleepover. Yes, we're hanging out. We're doing it this time. Blah, blah, blah. You need to stop being friends with this one girl because oh, my mom said we shouldn't be around. Well, I shouldn't be around her because she makes me act up because she is younger, and the girl I was friends with was younger and acted a little younger, but she still, she, me and her grew apart a different way. Um, and she would just be like this. Um, when I was little, when I was in fourth grade, we would be watching movies in her basement, and she would be like, actually, no, we're not gonna watch this movie because I don't want you getting nightmares. What are you talking about? And we used to read the Harry Potter series together and stuff. And when we would read it, I have always been not to toot my own horn, but an extremely fast reader. Like with the Harry Potter books, if I just read it like a lot in a short amount of time, if I started on Saturday, I could probably be done by Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on my schedule and stuff. And being a fourth grader, I did not have that much of a schedule. So every time we would read those books, she would be like, no, you can't read it until I'm finished reading it. I'm going to change my shirt because this shirt's expensive. Oops. And basically, she would just say these little, like, things that kind of got under my skin, but also, as a fourth grader, I didn't really care. Also, for some context, she would like undermine my problems. Like, yes, being in elementary school, things are rough. Like, people think jokes are funny, and people are all sensitive if they get like laughed at and stuff like that. And yeah, so I would be like, oh my gosh, these people are like so mean to me. And she's like, yeah, well, at least you didn't get like laughed at and called names in front of the whole cafeteria for doing this. And I was like, I never said it was worse than that, but I also, like, I didn't say anything was worse than that. I just said these people are mean. I never said that. Also, for some context, in elementary school, I was the type of kid who didn't go to recess. I would stay inside from recess and go to the library and read. I know, I was a really lame person. But I became really close with the librarian. Um, got on Battle of Books every single year. We won Battle of Books a few years. I was I got pretty smart, and not to toot my own harm, my own horn. I still kind of am, but anyways, she would be like, she would every time I would go to the instead of going outside, because also I don't want to go outside. Like, that's low-key kind of boring. Every time I would do that, where's my spray bottle? Did they take it? No. Where is it? Oh, it's on the floor. Back to what I was saying. Every time I would do that, she would be like, ugh, Tori, you're so boring for doing this. Oh my gosh, why would you do that? And I was like, because it's fun and better than being outside for recess in every weather and not going inside when it's cold and I get to read and not get hit with balls. It's way more fun than doing any of that stuff. I wouldn't actually say that though. I would just be like, oh no, just want to. And she would be like, oh, you're so lame. And I was like, okay. And she was like, and then probably like maybe a month and a half later or so, like, we were never in the same class, so I don't know what like forced her or whatever. Not forced her, like gave her the idea to start doing it. She would come to the library with me also every lunch and recess time, and she would read and stuff, and it was pretty fun until I was trying to focus on the book I'm reading, and she would be talking in my ear, and I'd be trying to focus, and she's like, blah 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 blah, talking about the 5th Harry Potter book when I was on the like 6th or almost like the 7th or something. And I don't like to talk about people if they're behind in the series. I don't like to talk about like the books if, like, I don't know, if they're ahead, because I don't trust myself not to spill the beans or whatever. I mean, I still talk to them about it, but I just am like kind of dry in the conversation because I don't want to spoil it for them and them to be mad at me. So that was going on, and I was like acting. It's kind of funny. I was kind of like acting like a teacher would. I'd be like, what do you think is gonna happen? What are your, like, what is that word? I don't know. What is your predictions? Yes, predictions, that's the word, of what will happen next. And she'd be like, I don't know. What's going on in your book? And I was like, oh, just more Harry Potter stuff, blah, blah, blah. This, like, I'm just being vague. Then she gets mad at me. Just gets mad at me. For what reason? And I know I mentioned she swam with me. So she would swim with me, and oopsies. She would, once she quit and joined volleyball, she would be like, volleyball is way harder than swimming. All you do is swim laps in a pool. But like when I do volleyball, I'm actually working out, and swimming isn't even working out. It's just, it's not even doing anything. And I was like, hold on. So you're telling me that swimming does nothing for your body, especially when, if I can recall correctly, um, we, like, she would sit out the whole time because it was too hard, too much work, blah, 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 and stuff. And she'd be like, yeah, well, my mom used to swim the mile. The mile or marathon or something. I don't remember what she would say. And it was like, yes, your mom would do it. She swam the mile once when she was in, say, what was it? Probably like college age. And I'm over here swimming my 100s and 200s at my 10-year-old age. Not saying what your mom did wasn't great. I'm saying what she did. There's like different ages. I will swim that when I am your mom's age. Also, if you don't know stuff about swimming teaches a lot of endurance, especially with breath endurance and stuff like that, or something like that. It's really good for that. So maybe don't diss the sport that you loved for, say, a year and a half. Thank you. That was probably one of our biggest fights, because I know I was just saying like my thoughts about that, but that was like a huge argument we got into, and honestly, I don't regret it. Not at all. She would also like sibling dynamics. I can be like, oh my gosh, my brother is so annoying, or like, oh my gosh, my sister's really making me mad. She's doing this, this, and this. But you are not allowed to do that. Like, she would be like, oh my gosh, your brother has really been making me mad. Or she would make like up elaborate stories of how my brother wanted to date her. And it was like, okay, girl, keep wishing. You can wish as much as you want, but my brother liked someone else at that age, and my brother is younger than me and was not interested in my friends at all. Like, at all. He was living, because this was when we were in 5th grade, at the end of 5th grade, he was living his 4th grade life. Yeah. We got into, like, I know I said the swim thing was a big fight for us. I'm doing my lips later. But we also got into a few more major fights. Like, we had a major fight in 4th grade, which I don't remember a lot. All I remember is her grandpa just died, which was really sad, and I tried to be there for her, but she didn't want me. She just needed to work through it, so I'm not gonna bring up that one that much because I understand where that one came from. But the other one, I was also going through some stuff. Like, I was also going through some stuff, and she would just be like, I was in like one of my shows, and I was like busy, and my great grandma just died, and I'd be like, she'd come to my door. Sorry, need to get that sentence out. She'd come to my door, and she would be like, "Can you play?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm not really in the mood to play right now, but maybe could we do it another time, yada yada yada." And she would be like, "Oh yeah, okay, sure, fine, we can do it another day." But Then the next day at school, I came up to her to talk in wellness because that was the only class we like really had together because we weren't placed in the same classes. Thank gosh. And we weren't placed in the same classes, so that was really good. And I was happy about that. Well, I wasn't happy. I was angry about that, but I'm happy about it now. Thank you. You know what school you are. And basically she would be like, I just haven't been liking your attitude recently. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, you seem like you've been ignoring me and all this stuff. And I was like, excuse you? I don't like your attitude lately. My great grandma just died, and I'm busy with one of my first actual shows. I'm not gonna be at your beck and call every 30 seconds. Or every time you just want me. I'm not your puppet. I didn't say all of that, but I should have. And she was like, well, maybe it's time for us to take a friendship break. And then cut to maybe like 2 weeks later or so, we were at band, like waiting for the bus to pick us up to take us back to school. And she was like, hey, Tori, do you want to read this book with me? No apology. Nothing. Do you want to read this book with me? That's all I got. And I like have already apologized to her, and like it was like probably a week before. I was like, I'm sorry. I was upset. I shouldn't have acted out on you. I'm sorry. And I didn't get a single thing. I was like, sure, because I wanted my friend back. And last year, the second there was like the tad bit, I'm not saying there's drama amongst me. There's just like, I got into an argument with another friend, which was like really stupid, and we like made through like 3 minutes in. She called me that night after probably, I want to say, about 6 months of the 6th grade school year, when I thought we were still friends, but of her actively ignoring me, not saying let's not be friends, just ignoring me because I wasn't cool enough. Also, let's be honest, no one at school really likes her. Like all the people at like I don't want to say really likes her or anything, but all the people at like all the popular girls or whatever that she will surround herself in will all be like walking at the track on our school, and she'll be like and they'll be talking about like, oh my gosh, that girl won't stop talking to us. Like, we don't like her. She needs to give us some space. She's like really, no. And I have always been willing to be her friend. I have done all these things for her. Some of the stuff I've done for her, I don't regret. And I'm glad I got those years of friendship so I can see what like a friend can be. But yeah, it just got to a point. Oh my god, I thought that'd be around my skin tone, but no. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, she called me out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, and she was like, I just want to check in to see how Kelsey's doing. My dog, Kelsey. And I showed her pictures, and I was like, okay, bye. I don't really want to talk to you right now. Like, we stopped being friends the second you said I wasn't, well, you implied I wasn't cool enough for you. Like, girl, bye. And she was like, let's hang out. And I was like, okay, cut the crap. What is going on? And she's like, nothing. I just want to say hi to my best friend. Is that so wrong? And then we went back and forth for a few minutes of me being like, seriously, just tell me, what is it? What is it? What is it? And the only reason she reached out to call me is because she heard that me and my friend got in an argument and just wanted to hear the drama. Because she has her little gossip friends, because she had some friends that were her little gossip friends that year, and she just wanted to tell them all the tea. And I was like really peed off when she told me that. And I was just so mad. And yeah, this year she was in my dance class, and it was not fun. That is mostly all. Oh my gosh. It's okay. That is mostly all I'm going to share with you guys today. So, remember to like, subscribe, and please comment. Oh my gosh. A lot of spray came out then. And remember to like and subscribe and please comment. I was about to say the news that my school does. Ew, it's just crazy. And I was gonna be like, if this has been off the whole time, I'm going to crash out.